That's it. Get moving.
Right.
Our courier plane is giving us a little trouble. I'll have to slow him down a bit.
This is A-14 breaking radio silence. Come in, Control.
Right. Let's get that dispatch case.
Come in, A-14. Come in, A-14. A-14, come in, please. We did not receive the end of your emergency message.
There it is.
Please repeat. A-14, are you receiving me? A-14, come in, please. We did not receive the end of your emergency message. Please repeat.
Well, let's see what we've got. It isn't even locked. Very careless.
We must face facts, Harry. It's too much of a coincidence.
Just what are you insinuating?
You mentioned facts, Sam. Well, let's examine them. In the last month, 3 of our top couriers have been killed. It must be an inside job.
I couldn't agree more. What other explanation can there be?
Look, I've been in the Special Courier Section for 18 years. Head of it for the past 7. And if you're saying that one of my boys is a traitor, you can have my resignation right now.
No one's calling for resignations, Harry. But they will be if we don't find the answer to this. If A-14 hadn't been using the new dispatch case with the destruct device, more vital microfilm would have been lost.
I can't believe anyone in my department is a double agent.
Well, it's a dangerous situation, especially with a big one coming up.
I've been thinking about that assignment. I'm taking it myself.
Think again. The mission's off.
But, Chief, it's vital.
You heard what I said, Sam. It's canceled.
be done about that boy, Professor.
Yes, I'm sure you're right, Mrs. Harris.
Air-raising, that's what it is. You should hear the things he comes out with.
Yeah.
Are you listening to me, Professor?
Well, you have my undivided attention. Hair-raising, I think you said.
Well, yes, so it is. All make-believe, I know. Flying planes and doing brain operations. But it's also real. The way he tells it, I mean.
I'll have a word with Joe, Mrs. Harris.
Yes, well, he's a good boy, really. Now, I've put all the shopping away, sir. See you the day after tomorrow.
Thank you. Goodbye, Mrs. Harris.
Goodbye, Professor.
Dad? Uncle Sam's on his way.
Ah, Joe. You haven't added clairvoyancy to your other talents, have you?
No, Dad. He called me on my WIN transmitter while you were talking to Mrs. Harris.
You don't suspect Harry Sloan, do you, Chief?
No. After 18 years, I think we can assume he's loyal.
Then why'd you tell him the mission was off?
Sam, you know how important this assignment is. The courier will be carrying the new codes and cipher tapes for the whole of our Eastern network.
Then Harry Sloan was the obvious choice.
He still is. Sloan's brain patterns were recorded while he was in my office, but his cover might be broken, and so...
You're sending Joe 90. Great idea, Chief. Well, we'll soon be there. Smell that sea air.
Yes, reminds me of home.
But I thought you were brought up in the mountains, Chief.
That's right, in the Sierra Nevadas. Sea air. You get it?
Oh, yes, Chief. Very sharp.
Transfer is complete. Joe now has the brain pattern of Harry Sloan, your top courier.
Right, come over here, Joe, and we'll give you your final briefing.
Make it quick, Sam. We haven't got a lot of time.
Now, Joe, listen carefully. This is the new type dispatch case adapted by the lab boys. It contains a trigger mechanism and enough plastic explosive to blow this whole place to pieces. Once it's shut, the device is set. Anyone trying to open it without the special key will detonate the charge.
I understand, Uncle Sam.
Right, Joe. Your flight to Tehran leaves in 3 hours' time. As soon as you get there, call us on your WIN transmitter.
What about customs?
Yeah, don't worry about that. It's all been taken care of.
No one outside these four walls knows about this mission. And I can't see anyone suspecting a 9-year-old boy.
Come on, Joe. I'll drive you to the airport.
Good luck, Joe.
Bon voyage.
Well, Joe, the plane leaves in 15 minutes. You'd better put on your glasses.
All right, Dad.
And remember, on no account open that case.
I won't forget. Well, Paris, here I come.
Paris? I thought your first stop was Tehran.
No, Paris.
Well, you're the expert.
That's right. I am.
Paris?
That's what he said.
But he was supposed to take a flight direct to Tehran.
Well, that's what I thought. I assumed he had instructions to go by another route in case he was being followed.
What instructions? You were at the briefing. Who mentioned Paris?
Now, let's not panic. There's probably a simple explanation. Get me World Intelligence, Paris.
À cause du mauvais temps au-dessus des Alpes.
Right. Check it out and report back as soon as you can. Well, passport control reports that Joe was in Paris, but is now en route for Copenhagen.
Copenhagen? What the heck is he up to?
Will someone please tell me what's going on?
I don't know, Professor. But with your son carrying that case, the situation is explosive. Literally explosive. All right, Professor, let's have it.
What do you mean?
You obviously know where Joe is heading.
You're crazy. As far as I'm concerned, he's acting as a courier for you.
He was, until you gave him counter instructions on the way to the airport.
I said nothing to the boy about the mission.
Look, Mac, understandably, you were always against Joe working for World Intelligence.
What are you driving at, Sam?
Wouldn't it suit your book to louse up an assignment? And maybe we wouldn't be so keen to use him in the future?
So that's what you've been thinking. Well, I've had my own thoughts on the subject. Let's assume that you had a mission for Joe, a mission so dangerous that you knew I wouldn't possibly agree to it.
Oh, come on, Mac, what do you think?
No, you hear me out. You invent an apparently straightforward and reasonably safe assignment, like taking a dispatch case to the Eastern Network. Then, with the mission agreed to, you divert Joe at the last moment to another area and throw him to the wolves.
Are you accusing us of sending Joe on a highly dangerous assignment without your permission?
The thought had crossed my mind.
Oh,
I
Mac,
suggest you two cut it out. The important thing is that Joe 90 has the latest WIN cipher codes with him, and I intend to make sure that they don't fall into enemy hands.
We will be landing at Copenhagen International Airport in 10 minutes. Will you please fasten your safety belts and extinguish all cigarettes? Thank you.
Copenhagen.
Right.
Well, can't you reach him at home?
Have every available man out searching.
Well, how long?
That's right.
Okay.
Report
Get
the
to him
moment
just as
he's
soon as
found.
you can. It's vital.
I don't care what you have to do. I want that boy found.
What a performance. Very convincing.
Look, Mac, this is no performance.
Isn't it?
We're not trying to deceive you, Mac.
You've done it before.
Yes. Right. That was Copenhagen. Joe gave our men the slip at the airport. He's loose in the city. Now listen, Mac. Copenhagen has received instructions from WIN headquarters, Washington, to put out a C-48 on Joe.
But they can't do that, Chief.
They've no alternative, Sam.
What's a C-48?
Mac, I just don't know how to explain.
I'm going to level with you, Mac. It's a red priority order to all WIN agents. Shoot target on sight.
Are you trying to tell me that Joe is the target?
Those ciphers must not fall into enemy hands. The target is Joe 90.
Anyone here?
The surgery is closed. Come back in an hour.
I haven't come here for your professional advice, Doctor.
I can't help you.
No, but I think I can help you.
You'd better come in.
You've got to get that C-48 cancelled.
You heard me speak to Washington, Mac. There's nothing I can do.
Well, get them on the line again. I'll speak to them.
That's right, London. The goods are genuine. I'm sure of it.
But I understood the delivery had been cancelled. You say it's being carried by a young boy.
Yes. But he seems to know everything about our export business.
All right. Take the Seahorse, and I'll rendezvous with you and the boy.
I understand. Goodbye.
Everything in order?
Everything in order. All right. You can give me the case.
Now, Doctor, you know a courier never lets the goods out of his possession.
Mac, I'm sorry. I knew it would be of no use.
Sam, we've got to do something.
Of course we've got to do something. The question is what? Look, let's go over this again. Joe's got the brain pattern of Harry Sloane, so provided he's wearing his glasses, his every move would be dictated to him. Now, we know Harry Sloane's beyond suspicion.
Why?
Why? Because the man's been with us for 18 years. Because he's been checked and double-checked. Because he's carried out 100 successful assignments.
But wait a moment. Just a short while ago, you were accusing me. Come to that, I was accusing you.
Mac, you've got a point. Yeah. Maybe we should get hold of Harry Sloane.
Send out an all-stations alert for Harry Sloane. Contact me the moment you've located him. As you say, Professor, we've got to try something. Got it. Now listen carefully. Contact HQ and explain the situation. Get them to cancel that C-48 immediately. You were right about Sloane, Professor. He requisitioned a helijet. A radar fix puts him 5 miles offshore, heading out into the English Channel.
Well, what are we waiting for?
I think we'll take a few shortcuts.
You, all right back there, Chief?
Yeah, I guess I'm fine.
When will we make the rendezvous?
Don't worry. Our organization is very efficient. There he is. After you?
No, after you.
there's the helijet. And a launch.
You're too late, Dad. I'm sorry. They've got the case.
All right, Sam. You know what to do.
Well, they went to a lot of trouble to get the dispatch case. All in vain. Detonating now.
With that remote control destruct system, Sam, you could have exploded that case at any time.
That's right, Mac. But despite what you may think, we consider Joe to be our most special agent.
I second that. Joe 90, our most special agent.